What was that sound? It was a squishy sound, sort of like...
You've got to be kidding me. Not again. Shut a damn ground crawlers.
I guess it's on us to clean up the mess.
That bloody engineer in there's not going to do it. So yeah, it's on us.
Right. Well, let's get to it. No time like the present.
You're not supposed to be here. This place is for engineers only. Please leave or I'll be forced to call the guards. I have a very loud voice when I'm scared.
One sound, and you'll be standing on the slopes of the first mountain, yelling at clouds.
Goddess. No problem. I'll be quiet as a... You're from Azadir. I've seen your profile in embroideries. I never forget a nose. You're the Apostle. Apostle Elvane. You're famous.
Maybe once. Now I'm just Kian. Your turn.
My turn what?
Your name. Who are you?
Firdaus. I'm Firdaus, lead engineer.
I don't know what that means. What do you do?
Don't you know? I thought you would have known. You know, from back when you were... I'm in charge of the team that encodes the spheres that make the engine tick.
What engine?
The engine that... You know, the engine. There's only one engine. The one that encompasses the entire city. It's what all the pipes are connected to. Didn't they tell you anything when you were... you know, before you were a traitor?
Assume that I know nothing. What is this engine for?
The engine calculates. That's why they call it the calculating engine. Big numbers, complex equations. My team, we give the engine instructions about how and what to calculate. This is called coding.
I understood none of that.
You can't be here. You're a fugitive, and this is a restricted zone. That's like two things that mean you shouldn't be here, and I could probably think of more if you need me to.
I have a sword, and I'm bigger than you.
Those are two things that count in your favor, granted.
So what does this calculating engine do? What's its purpose?
I'm really not supposed to. Right. Bigger and sword. As I said, it calculates. I mean, it does more than that, but that's what it was built to do. Its core functionality. It adds, subtracts, multiplies numbers. Big numbers. And it does things with those numbers. Like, have you ever watched the stars in the sky at night?
I'm not just a man with a sword.
Of course. And you've seen how those stars move across the sky. Using a calculating engine, we can actually track those stars and predict where they're going to be in a year from now, or a century, or where they were a century ago.
Why are you tracking stars?
Well, we're not. I mean, it's just an example. We're not actually tracking stars. I mean, sure, we could if we wanted to, but... we're tracking dreams.
Dreams?
Dreams are very complex, which is why we need a big engine with lots of ticking parts to make complex calculations and predictions.
Right, so the part about not just being a man with a sword, assume that's all I am and start over.
Yes, fine. Those pipes crisscrossing the city, they're sort of like speaking tubes, connecting 100 sage masters, each with his or her own field of specialty.
So, it's like a university?
Well, I guess. Yes. Yes, this is a good comparison. A whole city filled with clever brains. The spheres pass messages between the different masters, and between them and us. We write messages, and we interpret messages. We tell the individual brains what to think about, and then they do the thinking, and report back to us. Now, this allows us to write ever more complex messages, until finally we have the code we need, the ultimate message. That one we send to the tower.
Why?
Because that's where the biggest brain of them all is located. This is the hub of the pipe network, the engine's core, its heart, the nucleus of the meta... Well, you understand. The fact is, this is the most advanced and scientific task anyone's ever taken on, and we're doing it. You should be proud.
Why are you doing it?
Well, I don't quite know. Because we can? Because no one else can? Because the Prophet told us to, and gave us the tools to do it.
So, you don't know what it's for?
I write the instructions. I'm the man in the middle. Someone tells me what they need, and I tell the engine how to compute the answer. This is my job.
Who knows what the engine is for?
The Six, probably. The Prophet, certainly. Emissary Saya, I would imagine. This is above my pay grade.
Above your...
I was hired to write instructions for the engine and compute the spheres, not to ask questions. And not to answer yours either, Mir. You really should go before someone comes. We'll both be in terrible trouble. They usually check on me all the time. I wonder why they haven't.
I still don't understand. Why build all of this here in Mercuria? Why not in Sadir?
Because of the tower and what's below it. Vast eddies of, meta-energies.
Meta... Do you mean magic?
Magic? Magic? Of course not magic. This engine is the opposite of magic. It's the culmination of everything Azadir has strived for these last 100 years. An end to chaos and uncertainty. An end to superstition and irrationality. An end to magic. When the engine's fully operative and the programming complete, we won't need sorcerers or witchcraft anymore. We'll be able to do anything we want. With science. Reshape reality. Rewrite the laws of the cosmos. Remove death and disease. Poverty and warfare. The world will be run by scientists for the betterment of humanity.
What do dreams have to do with it?
The engine feeds on the building blocks of reality. Ideas, stories, dreams. Magic is highly detrimental to the system. See, sorcery causes chaos, injects uncertainties and fallacies into our calculations.
So, is that why magicals
Are being relocated? We can't have them around while the engine's calculating. But as soon as we're done, we
You
can...
believe they're being relocated?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. I mean, it's what they told us. Why would they lie? It's simple. The engine isn't compatible with magic, and we don't want anyone getting hurt. There's no room for sorcery in Mercuria. The Magicals are better off in their new homelands.
They're being sent to prison camps.
Re-education camps. This is true, yes, but only temporarily. This is their first stop. Afterwards, they're given passage to their new homelands, where they can...
Do you really believe that? What would the Magicals be re-educated to do? Forget that they're Magicals? No, Firdaus. That's not the truth. They're imprisoned. Killed. They're not given a new home.
But they told us. They said they were... They promised they'd be safe and happy and... Oh, light protect them.
So this is why we're sending all the Magicals away from Mercuria. Because of the engine.
Yes. Yes. That's why. I didn't know. I didn't know. There are children.
There are.
They lied to us.
Do you need to remove all Magicals before starting up this calculating engine?
It's already running. I'm not... As long as the thaumaturgical interference is below the acceptable threshold for...
Pretend that I'm a very small and possibly very stupid child.
Oh. No. No, they don't need to get rid of all of the Magicals. Just enough not to disrupt our calculations. We'll be done instructing the network in a couple of days. After that, they can pull the lever whenever they want. That's the last component of the engine. The tower. The one that will start feeding on and molding the dreams. Changing the world for the better. Yeah. I believe the official ceremony is a few days from now. The emissary will be there, together with the First and the Prophet, and please don't kill me.
I'm not going to kill you. But what you're doing here is not the will of the goddess, Firdaus. Something is going on. Someone's...
Kian. I had a feeling it was you.
Mia? Goddess, what are you doing here, Hami? Where are your men?
Right outside. They can be here in seconds. You, engineer, what's your name?
I threatened him. He played no part in this.
Firdaus. I'm Firdaus. You lied.
I beg your pardon?
You promised they'd be safe.
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Go, Firdaus. This is not about you. Just remember what I told you. You're not doing the work of the goddess here.
Old Town was a distraction. Vamon meant it to be a struggle, for my men to die. He wanted to take my mind off the investigation. Commander Vamon and the emissary have been lying to me about your death. Why is that?
Because I'm a danger to them. And it's not the only thing they've lied to you about. This engine.
You betrayed us. You joined the enemy.
To stop Saya and Vamon, not to fight our people. Not to fight you.
Sister Saya is the emissary. Commander Vamon is your superior officer. They are your people.
They are traitors, Mir. They have betrayed our nation, our faith, and...
You should have come to me first, Apostle. You should have come to me. Instead, you've shamed me. You've shamed Mother Utana, the Six, the Goddess, your nation. When I received word someone had been spotted entering this house, I had a feeling it was you. I entered alone for 2 reasons. One, as a courtesy to the Mother. It would break her heart again to hear that you perished in dishonor, fighting my guard. And 2, you're living proof that Vamon has lied to me. I cannot reveal my hand to Vamon, but I also cannot let you go. You'll surrender to me now, without struggle, and you'll be brought to Sadir tonight, in secret. The courts will decide your fate. For the time being, while I sort out this mess, you'll be locked away under a false name. No one will know you're alive. When I'm ready to confront the commander and the emissary with their lies, I will reveal the truth about your survival, and you will cooperate every step of the way.
Ask Saya and Vamon about the camps. and what they're doing to...
You lied. You lied to us. You told us they would not be harmed. You told us they'd be safe. There were children!
Get off me, you idiot!
Go! Go, Keon! Make them pay for this!
Stop that! Get off me! I'll have you beheaded for this.
Shadow, damn you, man! Leave this place, now!
Yes?
Mother. It's the General. He asks to speak with you.
Send him in, child. Hami, is anything the matter?
It's Kian. He's alive.
Goddess. Goddess be praised. How do you know this?
He broke into the engine room down on City Green.
Light. What was he doing there?
Speaking with one of the engineers, Fadaus, a young man from the southern provinces. Kian said... Oh, well, it's of no consequence. He's a traitor. He's joined the resistance.
But
It is as I suspected. We have been lied to by Vamon and the emissary.
for what reason?
That I don't know. Yet. And until we do, we cannot confront them, Mother.
I agree. We don't know how firm their grip is on the tower. If they know that we know... What about Kian? Was he, How did he look to you?
He looked strong. Different, but strong.
He must have his reasons for doing what he's doing, Hami. Kian would never betray Azadir, or his faith.
Perhaps, but that's what he's doing. I gave him the honorable choice to turn himself in and face righteous judgment. But he fled, like a coward, when the engineer attacked me.
Attacked?
I don't blame the man. Kian poisoned his mind with baseless lies. My men detained him, and I placed him somewhere safe, somewhere he can't tell anyone what he saw and heard. Out of Vamon's reach. We need to keep this between us, or we run the risk of alerting the commander and emissary Saya. Much as I'd like to hunt down Kian myself and put him to the sword, we must be patient.
Let's trust the goddess, Hami, to illuminate our path and bring us to the truth.
I certainly hope she will.
Kian, thank the balance, you're back. Bip's been...
They've taken him.
Taken... yeah.
Light. Are you sure it's Bip? I knew this would happen. We have no time to spare. We must get to him before...
The cloud ship just unmoored and is already heading for Gien. It's too late.
Then we must follow.
And abandon your mission here? For one child's life?
Is it because he's a magical that he's not worth the trouble?
You're such an angry, angry man. Do you really want Kian to leave Mercuria and risk his life to save one boy? I thought so.
This is what happens when we let Azadi criminals live.
Stop it. That's not what happened, and you know it. They're sending all the magicals away.
I know why, and I know what the pipes are for.
What?
Are
Really?
you serious?
I'll explain later. Right now, we need to rescue the boy.
Well, you're not going after him.
That's not your decision to make, Anna.
Can we really afford to lose more people? We've lost so many already. And Ane has her hands full with those who've been injured. Soon, there won't be enough of us left to fight.
I need to think about this. I can't just abandon the boy, but... we can't stay here. The Azadi are hunting me. The General knows I'm alive.
Honey, how did that happen? Did you approach him? Are you trying to curry favors with your former masters?
Curry favors? How would I even... I'm not trying to curry any favors with...
Stop it, both of you! You're really annoying and loud. Let's get out of here before Ulvik gets in trouble for harboring a fugitive. Shepard will want to have a say in the discussion.
This isn't over, Kian.
Oh, hush.
Following the terrorist attack on Propast, where 8 I officers and 5 civilians were killed by Marxist Party members, the Syndicate has promised to maintain heightened security across Europolis until after the upcoming elections. The Propast district remains under full I lockdown and 24-hour curfew. We're now joined by Marek Farah in Propast. And Marek, how are regular people in Propast handling this very difficult situation?
Well, Rika, as you can see, the streets here are deserted, almost 2 months after the August attack on the I headquarters in Propast. There's security everywhere, and everyone who goes outside is subject to random searches and arrests. There is a 24-hour curfew in effect, but people are allowed to traverse the district as long as they carry the appropriate paperwork and submit to any searches and questions.
What about essentials like food and water, Marek? Are any stores or restaurants still open?
I think this is done.
Everything is closed, Rika,
Smells good.
but rations are distributed to residents of Propast on a regular basis, and medical personnel are on constant standby. No one here is in any immediate danger of starvation.
Has there been any indication of how long this lockdown will continue?
The Syndicate is not saying, Rika, but spokespeople have hinted that Propast will remain under Syndicate guardianship until after the election in...
We appear to have lost our connection to Marek Farah in Propast. We will attempt to re-establish the connection. In the meantime, when we come back, we talk to someone very close to Marxist leader and terrorist mastermind Marta Rebus about her dark and...
Shit. Power's out, again. I'm sure they're doing this just to screw with us. I'll have to check the emergency fuel cell in the kitchen cabinet. It should have kicked in by now. I can jiggle it a bit, that sometimes works. Nope, that did not work. I guess I need a new one. And I know just the person.
Zoe Maya Castillo, your district is subject to Syndicate-mandated martial law. Please submit an approved destination or return to your home.
I can find my own way, thanks.
Zoe Maya Castillo, you have a history of non-compliance. I will accompany you to your approved destination. Refusal to comply will result in automatic detention and prosecution under the... Thank you. The Pandemonium is your only approved destination. I will accompany you.
Please, don't talk.
We are authorized to use deadly force against any perceived threats. If I perceive you to be a threat, I shoot you. Simple as that. Stay close to your vessel and don't deviate from your path. We're not fucking around anymore. We shoot to kill now.
Look what the bot dragged in. Maybe it's something I ate, but I actually feel relieved to see you, Petal. Are you alright?
I'm really not. You?
You know it is not exactly vivacious company. It's been quiet around here since we closed shop. I apologize for firing you with a pre-recorded message, by the way. Company policy.
Oh, don't worry about it. You said you closed shop?
There's no business. We don't even have wire access. It's like being on a really shitty desert island without sun, sand or coconuts, or wire access. We're actually thinking about heading back to Mumbai. Well, I'm thinking about it. We will tag along wherever the road takes us. Anyway, you're here for your dreamer.
What?
I fixed it. You had your dream machine delivered to me because it was broken about a month ago. Does any of this ring a bell? Your friend, that German suit, said you'd come by to pick it up. He looked like a Jaeger. I thought he was here to blow my brains out, but he was very personable.
What was wrong with it?
An early batch, bad soldering. I fixed several like it in the past. FYI, it's an off-the-shelf model that pings WATI servers with a device ID and your biometric data as soon as you connect. That won't be a problem unless they've put an alert out on you or that particular device. But I went ahead and blocked it anyway. Still, it is a licensed product. There may be other security measures. I cannot be 100% sure that it won't alert WATI. There are unlicensed streamers out there without any security chips, but Mr. London has that market locked up here in ProPast. Given the trigger-happy toy soldiers out there, I wouldn't know how to get hold of one.
I'll be fine with this one.
As long as you know the risks. If you weren't here for that, then why the house call?
Oh, fuel cell. The power went out, and I don't have a working backup.
That's not very smart, Kutia. Lucky for you, I'm up to my neck in fuel cells. Anything particular you're in the market for?
The cheapest you have.
Grab one from that box over there. They're refurbished cells, but they'll keep your apartment going for a few weeks at least. Bring it back before it goes dead. I'll refill it for you.
So how much do I owe you?
Consider it your severance package. If we're ever back in business, there will be a job for you. You're not too bad, Kurtia, despite appearances.
Thanks, I guess.
Wait, what happened to that data I decrypted for you? Who did you end up giving it to?
I gave it to Baruti, but he...
Dead? Murdered, right?
Probably.
That's a damn shame. And the data? Let me guess. Gone forever.
I have a copy. Baruti was smart. He left me a message, told me where to find it, but I don't know what to do with it. The wire's been shut down. I have no way of publishing it or sending it to Sully.
I'll help you. Soon as we get a connection to the wire, I'll help you get the data out there.
I thought you said you didn't want to get involved.
That was before this place was shut down. I have no future here, so why not burn some bridges? I enjoy burning bridges.
Okay, good to know.
You have expended your daily timeout. I will now accompany you back to your registered domicile.
Don't bother, I know the way.
Every step you take, I'll be watching you, as mandated by martial law.
How about every breath I give up.
Miss Castillo? Queenie's requesting your immediate audience.
Sure, but what about my escort?
You have arrived at your approved location. Have a nice day.
You can come on board now.
Impressive.
We do our best.
I'm glad you're back on your feet, Zoe. I was hoping to see you again before I left.
You're leaving?
I'm very sorry about your friend, Baruti Mafane. They say it was suicide.
It wasn't.
I didn't think so. From what you told me, powerful people are trying to hide their tracks.
They are, but they failed. There's evidence. I gave it to Baruti, and that's why They took the data. But he wasn't stupid. He left a copy.
There's still a chance to make things right then. This is why I wanted to speak with you. You knew the woman who set off the bomb.
Nela.
You were there.
I couldn't stop her. I didn't even try. I turned and ran. I don't believe she planned to kill anyone. She wasn't... Nela was a good person. She cared about people. She gave me something to keep safe, but I lost it in the explosion. Maybe it could have explained why.
Our lives are shaped by events beyond our control. The choices we make can point us down one road or the other. But where that road ultimately leads... Your friend's death was not of her own making. The device she used was rigged. It was meant to disrupt the Eye, not to kill anyone.
An EMP. How do you know this?
Nayla needed someone to help her assemble the device. Hannah came to me after the bombing. She was distraught. Of course, she had no idea what they were doing. But she is the link. She may be able to connect the bomb to the Syndicate.
The Syndicate is behind the attack on their own people.
Everyone is expendable. It all leads back to Whattycorp, Zoe. They are consolidating their power and ridding themselves of loose threads. I'm leaving. This city is infected, rotting from the inside. You need to leave too. But first, there's something you must do. Your memories...
They're coming back. I know what I need to do. The Dream Machine.
Be very careful. Powerful forces are converging here and elsewhere.
How do you...
I've been around a long time. You learn to read the signs. You're fading, Zoe.
Fading?
Like a page that's been left out in the sun too long. Do what needs to be done. Do not hesitate any longer. I've given you time to regain your resolve, but we're almost out of it now. If we both make it through the storm ahead, I'll find you again.
I hope so.
I will. Now go home and do what needs to be done. Wake up. You can come out now.
How long have you known I was here?
Do not mistake me for an old woman, Hannah.
You told her about...
There's no more time for secrets. Whattycorp must be brought down. What you know will make a difference.
But I don't have any actual proof they were involved. I only made deliveries.
You know enough. Find the evidence. Work together with Zoe.
How do you know we can trust her?
She's like you. Someone who shapes dreams.
I know. I mean, I guessed when we met. But how is that even possible? I thought I was the only one.
Why do you think you were drawn together? Coincidence is a powerful force. Zoe needs your help. A terrible shadow has fallen over her.
How do you know this?
I don't. I'm not a fortune teller, and the future is never crystal clear. It branches and divides, indefinitely and infinitely, but there are patterns and signs, if you know where to look.
Do you have to leave?
They know I'm here now. Whattycorp has been looking for me a long time. I'm a loose thread. I promise I'll find you again, Hannah. Your journey is just beginning. There are wonderful things in store for you. But for now, your job is to help Zoe finish her journey. Without that, without her, there will be no more stories. Afterwards, if the universe is still here, we can talk about the next chapter.
crazy. Reza hasn't been able to get back into Propass since the incident. Almost 2 months of sleeping alone. I really miss him. For the life of me, I can't remember asking Mira to fix this. Am I losing my mind? I never knew my mother, but I've been told that in many ways she's the opposite of my father. Gabriel never makes hasty choices. Gabriel ponders, and when his mind's made up, he'll stick with his decision until the end. My mother's impulsive, mercurial. If the wind changes, she'll let herself be swept away with it, as long as it's to her benefit. She put me in a coma. I'm not a big fan. But maybe it's time I accept some risks. After all, I keep telling everyone I want to remember. I need to enter Dreamtime. I need to revisit the past. It's the only way to save the future.
You returned, but you were still not here. You must be here.
Is this a dream? I thought I'd actually travel across this time.
You were here, but never truly. Not yet. But you must come to...
Ah! What the heck was that? Oh, hey guys, what's up?
Crow? You're Crow. You're Crow. I remember you.
You do? I am. Wait. I remember you too.
Of course you do. It's me, Zoe.
Don't say anything. I've got this. Lorelei, baby cakes, schnoodlebum.
Who? I'm...
Agneta. I'm sorry. How have you been?
That's not...
Look, Aggie, I apologize for taking off without a word of warning. I didn't have a choice. I was needed.
I'm not Agneta. I'm...
Auntie May?
No. Zoe.
Where? Oh. Oh, Zoe! Yes! 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 The girl who was dreaming. You look different. Are you sure you're you?
Pretty sure.
I don't know. You look a lot better than you used to, and your voice, it's sultry. You sound like a cinnamon bird.
I don't even know what that means. I was in a coma for a while, maybe that's... What are you doing here, Crow? Are you really here?
Let me check. Yup, all here, not a feather missing. So, where is here exactly? Whoa, Nellie, I didn't expect that. You're memorable. Wait, Auntie May? No, no.
I was Abnaxus of the Venar.
That's right. I remember you now. You were really annoying to talk to. Took ages to get anywhere. How have you been?
I will not complain.
I don't get it. This is just like that dream I've been having. Except for you, Crow. You're new.
And improved. It's that preening routine I'm following. I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
So why didn't I make it across?
The connection was weak. Compromised. You were only half dreaming. Only half there. You will need to be all there. And soon, or it was too late. But you had brought the bird over. The bird will be the key. If you can just... The hallway is clear. You must leave now. They are coming.
What can I do to...
Schnell, Fräulein.
Zoe! Over here, quickly! This way.
Where are we going?
We need to get off the streets.
Did Queenie send you?
She said that you needed help. Why did you tell Queenie I wasn't doing so well?
You weren't.
That's not the point. I said I was fine. It wasn't up for interpretation.
Sometimes it's better to just let people know rather than keep pretending.
The eyes will be here soon. We need to go underground.
How's that gonna help? We can't just hole up in one of those chambers forever.
Trust me.
What is this place?
The world beneath. A network of tunnels covering all of Propast and beyond. I don't know how far it goes.
This is amazing. Is this how you guys get around?
For the most part. Some of the nests are only accessible from above ground, but you can get pretty much anywhere from here. Come on.
Wait, where are we going?
You spoke with Queenie. You know I helped Nella with that device. The one that killed all those people.
You didn't know, and neither did Nella.
You're right. But someone did. Someone does, and we're gonna put it right. Mr. London has a warehouse down here. It's where I pick up and make deliveries. It was just a job, but that's where we're going. To find evidence to connect Wattie Corp to the bombing.
This warehouse, is that where London keeps his unlicensed dream machines?
He keeps everything in there. Why?
I need one. For after we clear Nella's name. Long story.
Tell me later. We need to go. It's only a matter of time before the eyes start digging deeper.
I came as fast as I could. Are you okay?
Perfectly. You know Zoe.
Hey Zoe, this is yours. You dropped it when... Boom. I was following you. I didn't know who you were working for back then. I saw what happened. The man who pulled you away, he didn't notice you dropping that.
I thought the eye took it.
I've been wanting to return it.
What is it?
I don't know. Maybe nothing.
Let's get a move on, before the eyes figure out where we are. Fuck! We lost power to the gates.
They must know you're down here.
We'll have to use the manual overrides. It requires 2 people, some sort of security measure. I'll show you how it works. Go ahead, Abby. Okay, Zoe, you can pass through now.
After this is over, can we please leave Propast and go somewhere that has an actual sun? And no battle suits?
I promise.
You're not coming with us?
I'm going to make sure you have time to do what you need to do.
She'll take care of the eyes.
Is that safe?
Don't worry about me. I've done this before, plenty of times.
See you soon, babe.
Be careful.
Always am.
Hannah, I...
Stop.
Love you.
Me too.